Hi, my name is Seán. With the help of my friend Conor, we aim to teach you about fog and its relevance to aviation. We will explain how, why and where fog forms, as well as the equipment and technology used in aviation to help cope with it.
So, what is fog?
Well, fog is quite simply clouds, but not as we know them. Unlike being up in the sky, fog is clouds that are at ground level on the surface. How does fog form?
It's usually formed when the temperature of the air near the surface is cooled to the air's dew point. At this temperature, water vapour in the air condenses and becomes visible in the form of fog.
So you may still be wondering what dew point is.
Yes, so dew point is the temperature at which the air can hold no more moisture or water vapour. In other words, it is completely saturated. Once the air is cooled down to this temperature, the water vapour and the moisture in the air begins to condense out of the air in the visual form of either fog, dew, rain, hail, sleet, snow or cloud.
Think of it like a towel. If the towel is full of water, in other words saturated, if you go to dry spillage, it isn't going to absorb any more water, leaving the spillage behind. Whereas if the towel was dry, then it would absorb all of the spillage. Temperature dew point spread is the difference between the actual air temperature and the dew point. If there is low-lying clouds and the temperature dew point spread is close, then fog would be forecasted. In a pilot's pre-flight briefing, a significant point of discussion is the destination weather. Temperature dew point spread gives the pilot a good idea as to whether or not fog will be present at the destination airport. This is a vital piece of information as fog can have huge impacts on the aviation industry. For safety, increased separation between landings and takeoffs are needed. This can cause long delays of up to 4 hours as ATC try to avoid holding planes in the air. Cancellations and diversions may also be issued as a result of the destination airport not being fully equipped with the necessary instruments for dealing with fog. Therefore, to deal with possible diversions and potential go-around procedures, the pilot will have to take on extra fuel.
If fog is present at the destination airport equipped to deal with fog and a manual landing is unsafe due to poor visibility, it is mandatory protocol to perform an ILS approach. ILS, standing for Instrument Landing System, is when the instruments on the ground aid the autopilot to perform a fully automated landing. Here are examples of some of the ground instruments used to perform an ILS. The localizer is a radio transmitter at the end of each runway which gives lateral guidance to align the aircraft with the runway centerline. The second ground instrument used in the ILS approach is the guide slope, which gives the autopilot a descent profile to follow. These instruments work in conjunction with the autopilot to bring the plane down safely. However, for example, in a Cat 3 ILS approach, which is the most instrument-dependent landing for heavy fog, if the plane is only 50 feet above ground sea level and the pilot has no visual reference of the runway lighting, approach lighting, etc., the pilot has to make the immediate decision to go round. This is a very tense moment for the pilot, as the plane could be descending at up to 700 feet per second.
All of these instruments, protocols and regulations aren't without reason, however, as sadly the worst aviation disaster ever occurred as a result of fog. In 1977, 583 people died as a result of two Boeing 747s of KLM and Pan Am colliding on the runway at Tenerife North Airport as a result of poor visibility.
To summarise, fog and its formation has everything to do with the amount of water in the air and the air's temperature.
Remember the towel demonstration.
And that fog has a huge impact on pilots and aviation as a whole, causing delays, cancellations, diversions, protocols requiring heavy dependence on instruments, and worst case scenario accidents.
Thanks for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it and learned as much as we did.